Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here and welcome back to another Destiny video. And in today's video we are back talking about more Rise of Iron stuff from the most recent Bungie livestream. And this time I want to talk about the new SIVA patrols, the Dormant SIVA clusters, and what exactly these might all mean when combined together. So as always, if you do enjoy this video then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this topic too. Now to begin with, this symbol here is the symbol for SIVA, the aforementioned self-replicating technological plague, the crazy red tentacles or roots that you see coming out of pretty much every crevice in the Cosmodrome. That is SIVA and this is the associated symbol. If you pay attention, you'll notice that it crops up in a wide variety of locations all over this new Cosmodrome, and I have no doubt that it'll also carry through into new areas like the Plague Lands, Felwinter's Peak, etc. We've seen it on walls, on hacked terminals, and relevant to this video, patrol beacons. When Deej and the team entered the rocket yard during the presentation, as they jumped over these boxes, we got a passing look at this patrol beacon with the SIVA logo. It obviously wasn't the focus of the stream, as they simply passed it by, but given that this new Cosmodrome is all about SIVA and these fallen splicers, it's hardly surprising to hear that we'll have some new patrol missions associated with this new threat. I would also be willing to say that there will more than likely be bounties associated with these too, so obviously for those of you that enjoy jumping in for the daily bounty grind, then there will be places for you to enjoy that for sure. However, returning to the patrol missions for a second, quite whether they will be a simple case of kill X number of fallen splicers or scan X number of SIVA infestations, or whether they'll instead be a little more akin to, say, the Taken patrols, where upon activation something slightly more sinister spawns in the world, will again remain to be seen. All of this right now is speculation, but regardless, it's going to give us some new stuff to do. So now, let's jump over to arguably the most interesting new bit of information, which are these Dormant SIVA clusters, a legendary item no less, found whilst exploring this new Cosmodrome. Truth be told, we know absolutely nothing about these, so for the time being, I'm going to put my speculation hat on. Given that at the time of discovery, the team were not on a patrol mission, it's safe to assume that these aren't tied to that, which naturally leads me to make the comparison between the Dvalin relics that we found around the launch of the Taken King. Since the Taken King introduced the new quest structure for missions, and the team at Bungie also seem pretty fond of their new exotic quest lines too, it's entirely possible that these could perhaps be something we hand into the gunsmith or a new vendor that we have yet to meet, and those could then lead to a mission and perhaps eventually a new weapon or a piece of armour, who knows. Alternatively, we've seen a couple of SIVA infested weapons. Perhaps these allow us to alter the properties and looks of existing weapons to not only make them more powerful, but also enhance them with new abilities. We know that the Fallen Splicers like to try and mod stuff, and there was speculation at one point that some of the raid weaponry could simply be these modded weapons. I'd personally like to think that Bungie would be a little bit more inventive for the raid arsenal and not just slap red wires on existing Omolon and Suros guns. So I for one think it would be pretty awesome if these allowed us to mod existing weapons or mod some new weapons and change their properties. Think about some of the new gear that was added in the April update had the chroma slot. Admittedly a slightly different principle, but the point is, gear had slots for you to put things into which allowed you to change the visual properties, but who's to say that that couldn't then be amplified in Rise of Iron to then instead give you slots that could allow you to change the weapon's properties. Again, admittedly wild speculation, but that's just where my thought train's going. Alternatively, they could instead be some sort of material simply used for upgrading new SIVA style gear, be that weapons and armour, but if that were the case, I'd imagine it would be something we would farm, like Wormspore, and it also wouldn't be a legendary item that we find randomly. Either way, for the time being, that is all I've got. True, a fair bit of it is speculation, but that is some of the fun of talking about this stuff pre-launch. Until we hear it from Bungie, this could be anything. So definitely let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Let me know if you have any different ideas, but for the time being, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.